Right on, right on.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Lords of the Night. Scribe has already fucked me up.
Yeah.
I, with me as always, is your Lord of Punishment, Scribe Light. Say hello.
Right on, right on.
And your Lord of Pennies, Satsu 2 Cents. Say hello.
What up, now?
Joining us tonight as well is your Lord of Polly's Voice, P Dog Knight.
No.
Say hey, dog.
Hey, dog.
He's lawyer dog, y'all. And I, of course, am the Ranting Monkey, your Lord of Pain. And dear God, that moniker is way too appropriate tonight. So when I ask how we're doing, we're not going to cover me. We're just skipping me. We're going to start with you guys and stay with you guys. Satsu, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm tired because I just woke up, but I'm doing good.
Scribbles, how are you?
I've been awake since 4 a.m. You know, being a productive individual. But yeah. What? Nothing. I didn't. Was I implying something? No.
He was taking shots at us again.
I was just stating a fact. You got a super chat.
These damn working people think they're better than us. Thank you, Snowstorm. Best way to destroy hard drives is with hot fire. We were talking about hard drives this morning.
Oh. I had an adventure this morning where Murphy's Law applied, wherein part of what I have to do every morning is dependent on certain computer processes, let's say. And the programmer who handles those things when something goes wrong, it was on this day that they were getting on a plane this morning to go on a trip. When everything fell apart.
Isn't that how it goes?
Yeah, and I was like, oh my God, if they don't fix this now, I'm screwed for the rest of the week because I don't know how to fix it. Nobody else here does either. Uh-oh. And so I called their cell phone, no answer, left a message. I Slack them over the company chat program, no response. Emailed them, no response. And I'm sitting there for like half an hour going like, oh my God, I got a deadline for this thing. This thing has to be out. How can I get in touch with Facebook? Save me! And it did. Oh my God. I contacted them on Facebook and they're like, immediately, they're like, what's up? And I'm like, oh my God, can you do a thing in the stuff? And like, yeah, I can log in from here real quick before I get on the plane. Like, yay. And so it's the very first time in ever that I was thankful for Facebook.
Facebook finally has a purpose.
I know. It was like, well, if I can't get a hold of them through the normal channels, they're always logged into Facebook.
And P Dog, how you doing, bud?
I'm doing great. Instead of going into work at 9 o'clock at night and working all night, I'm here visiting with you guys, and that
God, you do sound like Polly.
Very happy.
He sounds like Polly on like Xanax.
A little slow down, just a little bit.
You should do a radio show. People say that to me a lot, but you really should. Your voice is like perfect for this.
Well, no, the two of them should do like Polly and P Dog and just like make a show of that.
Oh yeah.
That could be a possibility.
And if one of you guys gets sick one day, you can just talk to yourself and nobody would know the difference.
P Dog, somebody asked, is that your dog in your picture, or is that
is one of my dogs. That is Lucky, and she's lucky that we haven't destroyed her yet. She's
one of those.
She's a handful, but we love
her. Programming notes, guys. Tonight we are playing 7 Days to Die on the open server over on 2 Cents Plus. If you played with us before and you want to play again, we are playing Alpha 17. Make sure you get it downloaded before you start because you can't play unless it's downloaded. Do we have anything else we need to talk about promo before we get into news time?
No.
Scribbles got anything?
No.
And P Dog, anything from you?
Not really. Y'all can follow me on Twitter. I'm trying to build that up.
Yeah, don't forget to throw your stuff over there because I forgot to.
I'll link that someday.
Scribbles, what we got for news today?
We got a birthday, by the way.
Oh, yes, we did. I saw that. Real quick, thank you, Snowstorm. Is this the first night or did you do it last week? This is the first night we're doing the open server.
Yeah.
Somebody said in chat that it is Jack Gunsky's birthday. Oh, Jack. Snubbard, thank you. What's the server address for the new server? It's the same address. It's the same server. It's just been updated with the new game. Jack, how tall are you, bud? No, I'm just fucking with you. This is once for you. You've been a very loyal supporter of us, and I wanna make this one special just for you.
Oh God, what does that mean?
We'll find out. I don't know yet. These things come to me as I do them, Scribe.
Oh, do they?
That's how I run my whole life.
These things come to me as I do them. That's kind of my philosophy on women.
Everything in my life is that way.
Mm-hmm.
P-Dog, you can join in if you like to. You don't have to.
I would love to join in.
There we go. So, Jack, he's 26 today. This one's for you, my friend. And a 1 and a 2.
Happy birthday
to you.
Are you fucking serious?
Happy birthday
to you.
I give up. I can't do this.
Happy birthday.
The suicide is painless.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy.
Jack, happy birthday, bud. I hope you had a great one. I also want to say a huge thank you to Prospero, who donated over on my Streamlabs page before the stream. She said, "Merry Christmas to you and the Monkey Clan. Thank you so very much for that donation." And back at you.
Can I say something about that?
Sure.
I am so excited that somebody had a birthday because I really wanted to sing.
Okay, that wasn't singing. That was like that Shaolin monk moaning, that kind of thing that they do to meditate.
What the hell is that supposed to mean?
You're not judging somebody's
that was
choice of
beautiful.
singing.
I sure as fuck am.
After listening to you guys sing happy birthday to people for however many months
so it is a revenge. Okay, all right. That's legit. All right.
You are one of the few who's gotten the entire Lord of the Night experience when they stop by. Scribbles, news besides how bad we sing?
I sing beautifully when I try, thank you. Ask
I sing
anybody.
Beautifully when I don't.
Yes. Well, moving on. Let's see. Pelosi announces deal to win votes of Democratic critics. I don't know what this is about, but it was the big breaking news top story on CNN, so it must be important.
For the speaker?
I guess. House Minority Leader Nancy Pelosi announced a deal Wednesday that could likely deliver her the votes to become Speaker again, but only for another 2 terms, laying out a timeline she had been reluctant to articulate until now. The longtime, I have no idea. The longtime Democratic leader negotiated an agreement with a small group of Democrats who've been lobbying to block Pelosi from the speakership in their push for a new generation of leadership. The deal, which won over 7 of her critics, would essentially guarantee Pelosi 2 more years as Speaker, but she could serve no longer than 4 years on the job. Interesting. Quote, "Over the summer, I made it clear that I see myself as a bridge to the next generation of leaders." Yes, you're very old and rocky. That's true. A recognition of my continuing responsibility to mentor and advance new members into positions of power and responsibility. Use responsibility twice in the same sentence. That's not good. In the House Democratic Caucus, she said in a statement. As part of the agreement, Pelosi is backing a proposal to enact term limits for the party's top 3 leaders. The agreement that would affect Pelosi, as well as her 2 top deputies, Representative Steny Hoyer of Maryland and Representative James Clyburn of South Carolina, a trio that's led House Democrats for more than a decade. The agreement stipulates that top leaders can only serve 3 terms. Another term sought beyond that would require approval by 2/3 of the Democratic caucus, higher than the current simple majority threshold. The proposal is retroactive, meaning Pelosi would be entering her 3rd term in 2019. If she did go on to win a 4th term in 2021 with the support of 2/3 of the caucus, it would have to be her last. Pelosi, along with Hoyer and Clyburn, served for 2 terms in leadership when Democrats controlled the House from 2007 to 2011.
How about this? How about put up somebody who can beat her?
Oh, like Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez?
Yeah, let Cortez do it. By the way, we got to talk about her later today. Ooh.
Imagine that. You talking about her?
Well, in fairness, it's not her fault this time.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I don't support this at all. If you don't like her as your leadership, you guys have the vote. Change people's minds. We're not talking about term limits for actual congresswomen. She'd still be allowed to be in Congress. We're just talking about her as the leader. If you don't want her as a leader, pick somebody else.
But she wants to be a bridge monkey. She wants people to walk all over her.
Bullshit. She's just playing it up because this is the future of the Democratic Party. Fuck off.
Do you think she steps down from Congress in 2020?
She might. She's been there a while. She's old as fuck.
Skeletor's got to go.
I still think she looks like Abraham Lincoln with a shaved beard. I'm pretty sure she is Abraham Lincoln. He didn't really die. He just went into Congress. If you look at her, she looks like him. I'm not kidding. She's just they had a molectomy, and it's her. I don't. This is stupid. It's Nancy. You were going to win anyway. You're giving in for nothing.
Well, no, she's giving in, quote unquote, to ensure that she has no opposition for the next 2 terms. And the opposition within her party as it is, once they capitulate to this, they've got nowhere to go to complain again.
Well,
this buys her the space to operate without having to do some kind of power move that ignores them. They feel like they've accomplished something by having this deal done when they haven't really. And it just gives her more leverage, I think.
See, I think she might think that way, but I think it's the opposite. I think it emboldens them when they had no power.
Well, but now they've given up the ability to take her out of her job forever, basically.
Yeah.
And if she gets 2/3 of the Democratic vote in the next time, then she can do it again, even though, so.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
Anyway.
It's a dumb move all the way around. Thank you, Miles. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez is the left Sarah Palin. She's the left Sarah Palin who's fallen down the stairs more times than me.
Is that possible?
Yeah, apparently.
Okay.
Because when Sarah Palin can honestly look at you and go, God damn, that was dumb. You got issues.
Let's see. Well, in other politics news starring famous elderly female politicians, British Prime Minister Theresa May survives a no-confidence vote triggered by members of her own party.
Mm-hmm.
UK Prime Minister Theresa May has survived a vote of no confidence triggered by members of her own party over her handling of Brexit. She won by 200 votes to 117. The result was met with cheers from MPs as it was announced by Graham Brady, a member of parliament who leads the 1922 committee, which represents Conservative Party backbench lawmakers in the House of Commons. Outside Downing Street, May told reporters that it had been a, quote, long and challenging day, unquote. May said that while she was grateful for the support, she also acknowledged that a significant number of MPs from her party voted against her. Quote, I have listened to what they said, May said, but added, quote, we now need to get on with the job of delivering Brexit, unquote. She said she now had a, quote, renewed mission, delivering the Brexit that people voted for, bringing the country back together and building a country that truly works for everyone, unquote. I hate to tell you this, Theresa. If the country worked for everyone, you wouldn't have different parties running it.
Yeah, no shit, right? There's some people in chat, so I bet Bear's pissed. If you tuned into the Ghost Poo, they were talking about this. They were not enjoying the news.
Is it bad that I keep replacing the word Brexit with breakfast?
I will deliver the breakfast that people voted for.
Yes, I need some Brexit cereal.
Let's see.
Like German.
Voting by secret ballot began at 6 p.m. Wednesday after May made her final pitch to lawmakers, promising them she wouldn't fight the next general election in 2022. Oh, that's gracious of her. A pro-May MP told CNN the prime minister, quote, got a real grilling, but overall solid support, unquote, as she made her case to MPs. It is a matter of debate as to whether the result of the ballot was a comfortable victory for the prime minister, but it does allow her 12 months of breathing space from her own party because Conservative Party rules state another such vote cannot be held for at least a year. Shortly after the announcement, Foreign Secretary Jeremy Hunt tweeted, quote, huge congrats to Theresa May, whose stamina, resilience, and decency has again won the day and given her the chance to deliver Brexit for our country, unquote.
Hang on, I have something to say, but I got to move my microphone.
That's very dramatic. Go ahead.
Well, I didn't want the sound from moving my microphone. May is not going to deliver the Brexit that people asked for. They keep calling it a soft Brexit, where the UK is still basically bound by all of the rules of the UK. They're just no longer a member on paper. And it's really stupid, and it's what they get. I've talked to Irate Bear about this. I don't understand a lot of British politics, but May was a Remainer, and they voted her in to be the one who was going to do this. So, I mean, I don't know why anybody's surprised.
I don't think anybody's surprised. I think they're just disappointed.
Okay.
She'll never be able to deliver the breakfast that I want because they don't make French toast crunch anymore. So
French toast crunch was nasty, dude.
That shit was delicious when I
That was. Oh, I tried. I was so looking forward to it, and I ate. I'm like, what is this slop?
It was delicious when I was a kid. It's probably gross now, to be honest. But
it's one of the few cereals that has just too much sugar.
Now, cinnamon toast crunch is the bomb.
Oh, I fucks with Cinnamon Toast Crunch. That's why I'm still around in French Toast Crunch.
So we got off there. Yeah, the truth is, I don't know a lot about British politics. I think the UK needs to get the hell out of Brexit, or the EU. Just tell them to go fuck off. They need to do to the EU what we did to the UK. Just tell them to fuck off. The UK would not be able to. They would take almost as big a hit to their economy without Britain as Britain would without the EU. So start acting like you are a superpower instead of acting like you're the EU's bitch. And nobody would have brought up the vote of confidence, May, but she won and she's safe for a year. So y'all fucked yourselves again. First you elected her, and then you made it so she can't be unelected. She can't be removed for a fucking year. Good job. Thank you, Nope. P-Dog has a way deeper voice than I expected.
You know, it's not always this deep. It's just when I'm laying down, which I am right now, it's harder to have a high voice.
It's harder to have a high voice.
I don't know what that means. I just made that up.
Neither do I.
About altitude because you're laying down?
Yes.
Yeah, who knows?
My voice is high because I stood up.
I'm just in Barry White mode.
I like that Barry White. Everybody likes
it. Just a random question. Are you and Polly from the same part of the country? Do you have any idea? Because is that where this intonation comes from?
No, I think Polly's from Ohio. I live in Minnesota, grew up in Nebraska. Nothing about it.
All right.
I'm just a large human being with a low voice.
Well, let's see. Speaking of people who are larger than life, how about Michael Cohen?
Yay!
I don't know if he's larger than life, but anyway, he got sentenced today.
Did you see Avenatti was taking credit for this shit?
Yes, that might be in here. I'm not quite sure.
Okay, yeah.
Let's see. This is social commentary, so it's an analysis of what happened.
Okay.
But this is not Chris Cillizza, unfortunately. This is someone named Josh Campbell. The most damning revelation from the Cohen case. Oh boy. All right. And Josh Campbell looks like he's about 12 years old. Maybe it's just the lighting. I don't know. The fall of Michael Cohen, President Trump's former attorney, is a watershed moment for the Trump presidency. As a former investigator of what? He served as a supervisory special agent with the FBI. Okay, all right. As a former investigator, I see the Cohen affair's most damning revelation to be the president's knowing and longtime association with a criminal, not that the criminal in question pleaded guilty to a crime that directly implicates the president of the United States. Association with a criminal. Like Manafort?
Well, probably Cohen. Real quick, thank
Cohen.
you,
Okay.
Ebony Williams. Monkey Polly has a sexier voice than you. There, I said it. It's just science. I disagree, but okay.
Given the evidence, Trump can no longer plausibly deny that he was willing to cross the line and work with Cohen to break the law. After being sentenced on Wednesday to 3 years in federal prison for committing crimes against the United States. Okay, wasn't he just convicted of lying? I mean, I understand that's still a crime, but
yeah,
I mean, the crimes against the United States sounds like treason or like espionage or something. I don't know.
Yeah, they're being a little melodramatic here.
Cohen insisted he was, quote, taking full responsibility, unquote, for his past actions. Despite his emphatic declarations of remorse and contrition, Cohen shouldn't be surprised if the American people respond to such claims with a giant dose of skepticism or a yawn, because we're all tired of this by now. The same hesitation should be applied to any denials from Trump. Okay, Cohen is not some upstanding pillar of the community who accidentally ran afoul of the law. Rather, he's a crook who finally got caught and is now facing justice. That he has decided to cooperate with special counsel Robert Mueller is noble, but should not overshadow Cohen's role in committing serious campaign finance violations. Well, it doesn't overshadow because he got convicted. Okay, the Cohen case gives us a unique window into Trump's mindset, character, and view of the rule of law. I think the entire presidency has told us that. What? Okay, sorry. I mean, it's like taking things that are just like plainly obvious to anybody who's been paying at all attention to any of this and going like, aha, this is a big revelation. Well, it's not a revelation. It's not any more acceptable behavior than it would have been otherwise. But dude, you're not telling us anything we don't already know. And, you know, sexing it up by saying crimes against the United States. I don't know what to tell you.
What exactly was he convicted of?
Well, he made false statements to the federal prosecutors regarding when the whole Russia thing, the whole business deal in Russia went away.
Yeah,
because he was still and
not the negotiations like with Russians for the election, but the
hotel
Trump Tower over there.
Yeah, the Trump Tower. The real estate deal. Yeah, the real estate deal. It fell through, but he said it was done earlier in the year than it actually was, at least as far as his communication with the guys in Moscow.
Yeah, for you though, if you guys playing at home, he told Congress that it was done by January when it wasn't done until June. That was the lie he told, which still a lie.
There's campaign finance violations because of the money used as an in-kind donation or whatever for the hush money to Stormy Daniels and McDougal. What's her name?
Here's the problem with that part, though. That's because he pled guilty to what they charged him with, not because that it's actually any law that that he violated. So they charged him with something, but it's still up in the air whether or not there's even a law that covers that.
Well, it depends on, how do we say this? It depends on if it was done specifically for the campaign. If it was done just to keep a whore quiet, that's different.
Right. Yeah. As the private transaction aspect, that is still questionable. So,
but he just pled to it, so he's saying he's guilty.
Yeah. Well, he's an idiot.
Well, that could be, but I mean, it'd be really hard to suss out given the circumstances that one doesn't effectively serve the other. You know, I mean, just I paid off this person so she wouldn't speak up because I didn't want her talking to, ruin my day, and not wanting her to talk because it might affect the campaign. It'd be difficult to say that one isn't entwined with the other given the circumstances. So,
what amused me about all this was just Avenatti taking credit for it.
Do you have a quote from that? I don't think they put that in here.
Yeah,
There's a really good tweet he had.
yeah, he tweeted it. Let me
Thanking
see.
Stormy Daniels for her service to the country.
Her service to the country. All right.
And service somebody in the country. Here, this is it. March 6th, 2018. We filed the case on behalf of Stormy Daniels against Michael Cohen and Donald Trump. March 6, 2019, Michael Cohen is due to report to federal prison to begin his 36-month prison term. We're not done yet.
Jesus. We
aren't. Yeah, Michael did this.
We're not done yet.
Yeah, he actually showed up to the sentencing of Cohen today and went outside and gave a little press conference about how, Cohen deserves every moment he gets. The only thing he did to you, Michael, was give your whore of a client a ton of money to keep her fucking yap shut. That's it. He didn't harm you in any other way. You're acting like he slept with your mom. Stop it. I'm so sad he's not running for president.
Let's see. And
real quick, thank you, Mash. Congrats to Ashley Mented on her recent marriage. Well, congratulations, Ashley.
Congratulations.
So the last one related to the Cohen thing is that the National Enquirer, the publisher of it, I should say, AMI, strikes a deal with prosecutors in Michael Cohen probe. Federal prosecutors announced Wednesday that they have struck a non-prosecution agreement with National Enquirer parent company American Media Incorporated, effectively ruling out charges for the tabloid publisher over its role in securing hush money from President Trump's longtime personal lawyer, Michael Cohen. As part of the agreement, AMI admitted to making a payment of $150,000 in cooperation with members of Trump's presidential campaign in order to prevent former Playboy model Karen McDougal's claim of an affair with Trump from being made public during the 2016 race. AMI chairman David Pecker is a longtime friend of Trump's, and the Enquirer was one of Trump's most reliable and enthusiastic media boosters during the campaign. Let's see. Quote, at the meeting, Pecker offered to help deal with negative stories about the presidential candidate's relationships with women by, among other things, assisting the campaign in identifying such stories so they could be purchased and their publication avoided, the agreement read. Pecker agreed to keep Cohen apprised of any such negative stories. So what do the prosecutors get out of it? Maybe I'm missing something.
I don't know. That would make sense going after Cohen unless they have something very solid on Trump himself.
Yeah. Yeah, they don't really say like what. So I mean, they gave him a deal that means they don't get prosecuted. I don't see in here what it is they got in return.
I don't know, but did you say Pecker 4 times?
Well, that's his name, David Pecker.
Oh.
If I say it 5 times, does he appear in front of me?
Just
checking. God. With his pecker out.
Yeah. Anyway, that's all the quote-unquote news stories I had up for tonight, unless something has broken in the meantime. No.
So some old ladies in a pecker.
Yes, that's a great distillation. Good job.
Twisted Skipster, thank you so much. Can I get a happy birthday for a friend, Elizabeth? Well, of course. How tall is Elizabeth? Wait, first, how old's Elizabeth? I got to start asking that question.
Yeah, you really do. Else you're going to get in some deep trouble.
It's not a crime if I didn't know.
Yeah, that's what every pedophile ever said on Catch a Predator. I didn't know. No, they told me they were old.
They knew.
Well,
she told me she was 13. I didn't know how old she was. That fucking show. There was one episode of it where a dude brought his friend along.
Yeah, I remember that one. I saw
and the whole time, the friend is just standing there like, if my friend took me to something like that and we showed up and it was like, you were trying to pick up a what? I'd have beat his ass right there on camera.
It was worse than that. There was one I remember seeing, because they have those compilations out there where you can see like the best of kind of thing. There was one where a guy brought his little boy with him. Like the kid had to be 5 or 6 or something and didn't know anything. But when they saw that he was getting out of a truck with a little kid with his hand on the kid, and they're just like walking towards the house, they're like, okay, we're not going to do the interview thing. We're just going to tell this guy, stop. We're going to have somebody come and take care of your kid. You're under arrest. They didn't even go through the interview thing. They just said, we're not even going to touch this. Yeah, that was nuts.
Yeah, I never watched that show when it was on, but I've binge watched it on YouTube, and those fucking people.
Monkey, did you get your super chat?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. I went to the bathroom real quick.
And
I did indeed.
So there's an Elizabeth.
There's an Elizabeth, and we're going to sing for her real quick. Elizabeth, this is a gift from your friend. I think it's a gift from your friend, Twisted Skipster. This one's for you, and a 1 and a 2. Happy birthday to you.
Run away while you still can.
Happy birthday to you.
Here's your last chance.
Happy birthday, dear Elizabeth.
Yep, it's too late. You're dead.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Elizabeth. I hope you had a great one.
Rest in peace.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, so guys, that is the end of the news, but it is time for MSS News. If there's a story you'd like us to read, hit us up at the hashtag MSS News over on the Twitter machine. We can't get to every story, but that's just because of our awesome singing.
You know, I just got to make a note that Mel in the chat says that I sound like Polly after 10 years of smoking.
You don't have a gravel to your voice.
I don't know if it's cool, but you know, it's because I'm laying down.
You sound like Polly after maybe 10 shots of whiskey.
I keep hearing you guys talk about this Polly dude, and
again, it's because I'm laying down.
We'll have to have Polly on with you sometime, Satsu. See, even I'm going into the deeper voice because I want to.
Hey, by the way, I got a question.
Yeah,
am I the first? What is it? The 12 guests of Christmas? Did you talk about that the other night?
Somebody asked us if we would do that, and we probably should, but we're not that organized.
You got to plan that a lot earlier.
Yeah.
You're a guest, and then Dax will be on this Saturday, but I don't know if we have anybody else lined up this month. So,
okay. Well, I'm honored to be here,
and we are honored to have you here
on the 12th day of Christmas.
You want me to leave you guys alone? You need some time with each other or something?
We're gonna have a slow dance over here.
Oh wait, it was Frosted Glass. It wasn't Mel. Somebody said it.
Yeah, it would look. This I'm going to teach you a phrase. Somebody in chat. Okay.
Somebody in chat.
Somebody in chat. And if you can't find somebody in chat said, I love you guys, but my memory sucks and y'all know it. Anyway, so Scribbles, what do we got for the MSS News?
Well, this one comes from Blind Rambler. And I have a feeling, I'm going to have 17 different ads chopping up at me because they want me to buy something. Well, this isn't a new stupid idea. California considers... And then another ad pops up. Shut up. California considers charging residents a tax for sending text messages.
Yes, do it.
California's Public Utilities Commission is considering a plan that would charge mobile phone users a fee for sending text messages. The proposal is partially due to landline-era legislation, coupled with the fact the people are shifting patterns away from voice calls in favor of texting. Mm-hmm. California is determining whether surcharges and user fees on text messaging comply with public purpose programs, which use tax revenue to make telecommunication services accessible to low-income residents. The programs, which date to the 1930s, were given a facelift in the late 1990s, allowing individual states to impose requirements to preserve what's referred to as a, quote, universal service, unquote. Interesting that it's a universal service, yet we still have ISPs and cell phone companies.
Well, this goes back to Al Gore and the internet. Back in the 90s, they put a charge on phone bills.
Yeah.
And all of the phone companies listed it as a tax. And spearheaded by Al Gore, the federal government said, "Oh no, you can't do that. You have to call it a fee for I forget what the actual thing was." Yeah, they've been doing this for a long time, and yeah, they're losing a lot of money because people have dropped their phone lines.
During the rise of the internet, the telecommunications industry was able to elude these taxes by offering, quote, information services, unquote, like email and web browsing. However, as mobile phone users shifted their behavior away from making phone calls, voice call revenue for these state programs has dropped by about a third, from $16.5 billion in 2011 to $11.3 billion in 2017. Meanwhile, the budget for subsidizing poorer users has risen by almost half, from $670 million in 2011 to $998 million in 2017. The wireless industry argues adding fees would put carriers at a higher disadvantage, since messaging services like Apple's iMessage, WhatsApp, and Facebook Messenger would not be charged under the proposed legislation.
Real quick, Nope asks, since when can you tax speech? Thank you for the donation. When it's over telephone lines. Sorry, didn't yeah. Guys, the government's going to get their money. They always do.
Let's see. This one comes from Claxton Byar. I don't... God, these ads, I tell you what, they're annoying as fuck. British Airways passengers shock over airline menu warning. Airline food has for sure improved in recent years, with many carriers opting to ditch the microwavable dinners for some fresher, tastier ingredients. But one British Airways passenger wasn't too keen to discover a business class meal aboard his flight may contain bullet fragments.
What?
Dr. Michael L. Brown was flying from London to Chicago when he discovered the less than appetizing hidden ingredient in the airline's Home Counties venison stew with rosemary dumplings, roasted chestnuts, and wilted kale, and took to Twitter to share the news. Quote, I didn't order it, but found this to be very strange, Dr. Brown told The Sun. The two flight attendants I spoke with had never seen or noticed this before, but got a good laugh out of it. One joked with me that this warning could be so the Americans on board couldn't sue them. I told him he could be well right. I think they're talking about, like, if you actually killed the deer and there was, like, you know.
Yeah, if there's buckshot or something in it.
Yeah.
It happens with animals that get shot free range like that.
That's did you hear what he ordered though? Like, who orders that?
I don't know.
That's nasty.
Was it on the menu? He ordered it.
No, he said, he didn't order it. He just saw the warning on some other document or something.
Oh.
Let's see. This one comes from Frosted Glass. I think I saw this earlier today. Monkey's going to love this. It's ridiculous that it's unconstitutional for Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez to run for president.
This is what I said when we talk about her later.
Oh, you want me to save this for later?
No. Go ahead and read it.
All right. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez is the biggest star in the Democratic Party, and she has been ever since she unseated Representative Joe Crowley in a surprise primary upset in May. That her win didn't, in the final analysis, launch a wave of leftist primary victories only goes to show what a phenomenon she personally is.
No, it doesn't. It goes to show how fucking leftist the county she's in is, or the district.
Yeah.
And also, it sounds like they spelled dimmest bulb wrong.
Not everyone shares her brand of politics, of course. But her constituency has exploded beyond the initial set of ideologues who powered the challenge to Crowley because of her. Okay, I'm going to read this. I will attempt to keep a straight face. I'm going to start over because it needs to be put into context. Not everyone shares her brand of politics, of course, but her constituency has exploded beyond the initial set of ideologues who powered the challenge to Crowley because of her incredible wit, charisma, social media savvy, and basic political smarts.
Yeah. Thank you, Captain Jack. Can I get a all hail the glow cloud in the chat? What happened to the whale? What happened to Blue Whale?
Isn't Blue Whale
Oh,
that
that's
old?
right. This is from Night Vale, isn't it?
Oh,
She has exploded and stayed on top because she is the only Bernie, let's call her an apostle, who actually won anything. And the socialists in our media class love her for that. If they were honest about her, she would have been laughed out of office already, and she hasn't even taken the oath yet.
let's see. And then they spend another 2 paragraphs extolling her virtues and everything. So, yet a completely ridiculous constitutional provision makes her ineligible to run for president.
Not ridiculous.
Now we get into the specifics. Young is better than old.
No, it's not.
While the law prevents anyone under the age of 35 from becoming president, we currently have a septuagenarian in the White House whose frequent nonsensical diatribes and notoriously scattered Twitter outbursts repeatedly raise the prospect of mental decline.
Really? I haven't seen any of his stuff that makes me think, oh, he's losing his mind.
Meanwhile, the 2 top Democrats in national polling, Bernie Sanders and Joe Biden, are 77 and 76 respectively. There's nothing wrong with old people per se, but essentially everyone has lost a step or two, both mentally and physically, by their mid-70s.
Wait, hold it.
You first, go ahead.
This girl has lost a step mentally in her late 20s.
You're not lying.
What are we talking about here?
I'm curious about that. They've lost a physical and mental step. What physical thing are Congress people doing?
I love this next sentence. Okay, and who's writing this? This is Matthew Iglesias. Okay.
Oh, that explains a lot.
I don't know who he is, but I just wanted to make sure. I wasn't sure if it was somebody I knew. But more to the point, okay, get ready for this brilliance. But more to the point, the really awful thing about being old is that you just keep getting older over time.
That happens with being young too, dumbass.
This guy is really an Ocasio-Cortez adherent.
Yes.
Yes. I saw this because Ezra Klein had retweeted it, and he said nobody would seriously suggest setting the rules for president what they are right now if it was done right now, meaning that the only reason that we have this 35-year rule is because it was done by those old horrible white men known as the founding fathers. And I have seriously proposed, and I do think this should be done, that it should be bumped up to 40.
Okay, I'm just going to read the next sentence of his next section because it really says everything that needs to be said. So the subheading is AOC should run for president. One good sign that AOC should run for president is that she has a nickname, AOC.
She has a nickname because she's one of those dumbasses who can't just pick one last name.
I'm going to skip everything else because it's nonsense after that sentence. And the last section is titled, We Should Fix the Constitution ASAP.
You know, I have a nickname.
Yeah, so do I.
Is that it?
I can run for president. See, I'm old enough. I've passed the threshold of that whole age thing to run. So it doesn't matter if I'm a nickname or not. But she has a nickname, so that, bypasses the age requirement.
It's amazing how a generation of people that's been an active force against power, like that's been their whole thing. It's like fighting the power or whatever. Politicians are bad. If they're brown and have a vagina, though, it's just like, well,
it's amazing how much they want that power that's so bad.
Mm-hmm.
So this is okay. This person's at least one of their contentions is that Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez should be president because she has a nickname.
Yeah.
You think young people are smart enough to be president?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Yep.
No.
Let's see.
We need to raise the voting age. We need to raise the House age, the Senate age, and the president age. All of them need to be raised by 5 years.
This one comes from Zero the Hero. Well, it's promoting a video. I can't obviously play the video, but it says feminist version of Baby It's Cold Outside mocked as cringe-inducing.
Yeah, I bet it is.
I imagine that.
Let's see. Okay, a 2016 cover of Baby It's Cold Outside by songwriters Lydia Liza and Josiah Lemansky was widely mocked on social media recently. A 2016 cover, okay. Liza and Lemansky, quote, revised the lyrics to emphasize the importance of consent in sexual relationships, but they didn't expect the song to go viral. A feat that caused cultural commentator Christina Hoff Sommers to describe their Baby It's Cold Outside rendition as so cringe-inducing you can't stop watching. Do they have the lyrics on here? Of course not. So I can't actually tell you what they changed, but they did. So look up Lydia Liza and Josiah Lemansky, Baby It's Cold Outside.
Real quick, thank you, Randy. Donkey Face needs a mental asylum. You ain't lying. For those of you who don't know who Donkey Face is, that is my. I actually call her Donkey Girl. That is my nickname for Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. And
she does. She looks like the llama from the Emperor's New Groove.
Bitch look like a fucking donkey. Terry Diamandis, thank you so much. Raise the minimum age to be president to 105. If you make it that long, you deserve something for your troubles. I don't know. Have you ever seen how much being president ages a person? They would die on like the first day because they'd be 120 at that point.
The problem about being old, Monkey, is you just keep getting older over time.
That's true. Yeah. That doesn't happen to young people. They stay young forever.
Young people don't get old.
Okay. I've got the lyrics here if you want to hear them.
Sure.
Okay. I really can't stay. Baby, I'm fine with that.
Oh,
I've
fuck off.
got to go away. Maybe I'm cool with that. This evening has been hoping you'd get home safe. So very nice. I'm glad you had a... Oh, my God. I can't even sing this.
All right.
Thank you, Captain Jack. Can I get an all hail the blue whale? All hail blue whale. And Johnny Hellcat, thank you. I wonder if she'll take the oath on a coloring book.
Oh.
Those lyrics are horrible.
Yeah, it's all just...
Can you
can't say,
that to me?
Get your ass home. That's what it is. It's Baby's Gold Outside. Yeah, go put your boots on.
Would you DM that to me?
Come again?
Will you DM that to me?
Oh, shoot. I just closed it. Yeah, I will.
Anyhow, what else we got there, Scribbles? Jesus Christ.
Let's see. This one I actually posted because I occasionally do that. And it's a Florida man story.
Oh.
Let's see. Dade City Police bring holiday cheer through Operation Blue Christmas. This better have the...
And how racist is it exactly?
Well, let's see. Police Chief James Walters said the agency has been receiving an anonymous donation from a community member for several years now, and each year they take those funds and put them back into the community. This year, the donation was $7,500. The department used $5,000 on the Walmart gift cards, and $2,500 to pay off layaways that were about to expire at the Dade City Walmart. Quote, it's because of the work that our offices do in the community every day that we have a community that wants to reward them and pay them back. In this year's efforts, officers each receive 4 of the gift cards to hand out to whomever they choose. Recipients can be people obeying traffic laws or those who may be in need this holiday season. 2 of the people Sergeant Leroy Harrelson chose to give cards to were drivers obeying the rules of the road. Catherine Krasansky came to a full stop at a sign placed at Countryside Place and US 301. Quote, I was so confused, she told us. I'm like, okay, he just came out. I know I stopped because there was traffic coming. She said the $50 gift card was a welcome surprise. Where's the other one? Here we go. One particular driver Harrelson tried to give a gift card to on Tuesday wasn't exactly interested in the offer. In fact, the driver took off instead of stopping. It all started when Harrelson attempted to pull over a truck that came to a full stop at Countryside Place before turning onto US 301. The driver fled, eventually leading Harrelson and other officers on a chase. He eventually stopped his truck at the intersection of Wilson Street and Dixie Drive, where he abandoned the vehicle and ran away on foot.
Jesus, what did he do?
Officers are still attempting to locate him, according to Walt. He didn't do anything wrong. This thing, he was going to stop him to give him a gift card.
No, I know, but he must have been wanted for something.
I know. I'm dying to know what it was like. Ah, no, not the gift card.
Faithless and illegal alien.
Well, maybe.
Good thing they didn't shoot him.
Oh yeah, no doubt. That would have been horrible. Man shot while fleeing gift card.
Let's see. Okay, one more because I'm about done for a little bit. This one comes from senior staff reporter and chief Florida correspondent Colleen Bernier. I think we talked about something like this last year. I can say that now that we've been on the air for so long. Festive bum wreaths are the latest way to give yourself a Christmas makeover.
Wait, well, I think it was a different body part before. It was like reindeer boobs or some shit.
Yeah, it was something like that.
Well, yeah, there was reindeer boobs, and then this year they came out with pudding boobs.
Oh God.
Yeah, so now we have ass wreaths.
Oh. Influencer Davison, I don't even know who that is, reveals how to make the cheeky wreath on her Instagram page.
Is there pictures?
Who's Davis? Yes.
I need to. I'm headed there.
All right. Getting ready for Christmas requires a lot of preparation, from decorating the tree with tinsel and baubles to making delicious mince pies. Remember, this is British. There's also loads of ways to make yourself look Christmassy, from donning a jumper to naughtier options like Boo-Hoo's nipple wreaths. If you've done all of that and you're still struggling to get into a festive mood, you might want to try turning your bum into a Christmas wreath too. In a newly released tutorial, influencer Davison, I guess it's like Prince, just a one-name thing, reveals how to do exactly that in a guide to creating what she calls the Christmas, or the cheeky wreath.
It doesn't even look good. Guys, I put the link there in chat if you want to see it. Thank you, Diesel Dave. I hate blindside parking.
Yeah, this is it's cheap looking and stupid.
Yeah.
Isn't this the shit that they blame men for?
Sorry, guys, I can't put this on screen. That would get us in trouble.
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't. It's well. Okay.
Yeah, I wouldn't risk it.
Exposed ass, so yeah.
I wouldn't risk it. Yeah.
Yeah. Sweetie, that does not look good.
No, it's not. But she's an influencer, so it must mean something.
Talking about showing your ass. You know what?
I'm an influencer.
I support this message. Ass wreaths for all.
Look, if you want to do it, that's fine, but
you gotta have a donk.
She looks like she's like those pants are way too small for her.
Flair.
Thank you so much. Dick Mistletoe is next. I used to tell people I wanted a mistletoe belt, and my wife would let me have one. Flair, we have the open server open tonight, dude. If you want to play Alpha 17 with us.
Yeah, he messaged me earlier. He's pumped.
Cool. I've been waiting to see him. He hasn't been around, so I'm glad to see him back.
Well, I warned him to behave. Hopefully, he gets all his racism out before this show starts.
Get that out pre-stream. Okay, and that's going to wrap up the MSS News, guys. Thank you so much for all the submissions. And Scribe, thank you for reading those every night. I don't thank you for that. And it saves me from looking like an idiot.
No, it doesn't.
Walked into that one, didn't I? God, with my deflated,
he makes you feel like an ass.
With my deflated ego in check, Satsu, what have you done on the YouTubes lately?
Well, me and Monkey worked together to put out a video on the new design that we've been working on for our base, and it is foolproof as fuck. It works very well, and we think we have figured out exactly how this pathing thing works out. This video was actually voiced by Monkey. So it's uploaded and ready to go. We also found out that Monkey can actually record footage and upload it as long as he does it a certain way. And So
I uploaded a 20-minute video for Satsu to grab and finish up, and it took me 6 hours to upload it.
yeah, but I mean, it's doable. We know it's doable now. So at the very least, we might be able to pull out some from Monkey's perspective videos. So after you guys get done watching the stream and you see everything from my perspective, you can maybe go over to Monkey's channel and check it out from his perspective to see what went on his end, which might be interesting for you guys. Other than that, nothing on the Satsu 2 Cents side. But we've been doing a lot of behind the scenes stuff on 2 Cents Plus because our audience is growing every day. Every day we're getting subscribers. So come and check us out, guys.
All righty. I did a monkey in the morning this morning. Let's see. Polly and Jack Cochran joined me. They do comic curation, which is starting here real soon over on Polly's channel. And Dax was there, and Bear stopped in for a few minutes. It was a good discussion. We didn't bash women at all today.
Sure.
It wasn't a monkey in the morning then, was it?
We might have done a little whammon bashing. I can't remember exactly. Did we? Anyhow, check it out. It was a good time. Plus, we will be playing over on 2 Cents Plus right after this, doing the open server on 7 Days to Die. I am so pumped for this. The new alpha is definitely built for multiplayer. It just is, and I can't wait to get the gang back together.
Real quick, Tall Person is like sending me hella gifts over here on Steam, and I just want to say thank you.
Yeah, I just got one, and I didn't see who sent it. I clicked the button, and it went away, and I thank you, whoever just sent me that gift over on the Steam. You guys are hella generous to us, and it's amazing.
In regards to that, on one of my last streams, I kind of got grilled about having an Amazon wish list.
Oh yeah,
as a creator, because they're like, dude, like you should do that because it's one of the easiest ways that people can support you if they don't want to like do a donation or whatever. You can just share your Amazon wish list. So that is in the description of each one of the videos that I put up. If you guys were just looking to do something nice this holiday season. So be on the lookout for that for creators that you watch, because they might actually have it available for you guys if you want to do something nice for people you enjoy.
And thank you. It's Tall Person who sent me that. Yeah, I'm so sorry. I clicked accept and it bumped away, and I thank you so very much. P Dog, what have you been working on?
Well, I haven't worked on a whole lot. I'm working on a video Christmas card right now that's going to go on my new channel, which is what is my new channel called? Oh, Marty's Big Journey.
Yes.
And then I've been a guest on the Morning Monkey. I was part of that women bashing extravaganza yesterday, and I'm still recovering. It was it was hard.
He was just as misogynistic as the rest of them. Actually,
it was brilliant. But,
somebody in chat said it's not misogynistic, it's chauvinistic. And I think they're probably right.
Yeah, well, something like that. And so yeah, no, I'm the video I'm working on involves some music, and I because I work so much in December, I don't have time to put out a lot of stuff. So, but come at the end of December, I'll be putting stuff on the new channel, trying to raise money to take a trip to Africa to see my father.
Oh, cool. And Scribbles.
Well, I finished putting together a video today. It is a excerpt, or a glorified excerpt, from a Al Jazeera Plus or AJ Plus video telling us about Man School.
Man School?
It's a book written to teach us men about how to be better men.
I want to write a book on how to be a better woman.
Well, that's so some points to that effect I make in the deal. The excerpt, I didn't do the entire video because the video is bookended with scenes from them actually doing a mock man school with some male volunteers who are, yeah, it's just kind of fluff. But the actual,
is it similar to how Francesca Ramsey did her one on her video with the white guy learning what it's like to be?
No, I mean, it's half a skit and half supposed to be serious because the guys involved in the quote unquote school portions of the video look like they're actually volunteers there to do the actual thing, because the meat of this entire deal is that the man school is actually the name of a book, and they've got the author of this book taking part in the school part of things. But anyway, I focus on the interview that he did with the host of this, I guess, series or segment or whatever. And the author, his facial expressions, the interviewer's attitude and questions are so emblematic of the power struggle going on between feminist women or radically feminist women and completely spineless beta males, that it's almost difficult to watch by itself. Just watching the interview by itself and watching how these two interact and just seeing how it's almost cliche the way the dynamic goes back and forth between them. But anyway, I take that little interview and I put in my commentary. And I've already finished the video. It's already posted, but I won't actually release it until tomorrow morning because, God forbid, I put out a video just before this show. So there you go.
It's tradition.
I know.
I do have a question because I got a little confused there.
Mm-hmm.
Was the man school developed by a man?
The book is written by a man. And the book, now I obviously haven't read the book. There are only a few high-level details are talked about the book, but it has sections to tell everyone what the problems are with men. Like they list off rape culture in movies.
Oh, fuck off.
Toxic masculinity, of course, and the male belief that, or I should say, the confusion that men have that women are not themselves men.
What?
Yeah, it makes a little bit more sense in context of the video. I will let that sit, and I will be posting that or releasing it tomorrow morning, so it'll be available to everyone tomorrow. And it's relatively short. It's only just under 10 minutes long because I didn't do the entire video. I just did the part that was most interesting to me.
Fair enough. All righty. Yeah, I will be. I will be watching that. What do you know? What time you're going to be putting that
out? Sometime probably around 5 or 5:30 Pacific time. So 8:30 your time.
Oh man. Okay. I will do my best to watch it before the show because I feel like that would give me something to bitch about for a while.
You should watch the videos I sent you the other day.
I will.
Okay.
And with that fucking article earlier, I might. I'm getting closer and closer, guys. You might have a video from me soon. You might.
Hey.
I want to make sure I put this. I am not promising anything.
Yeah.
Well, I had somebody mad at me because I promised to do videos, and what the fuck? I promised it.
I've been trying to condition Monkey by getting him to do content over on the other one.
I'm getting there. Anyhow, guys, it is now time for the internet fucketry. Who wants to go first? Who has some internet fucketry for us?
Have I fucked any trees today?
I wasn't online much today. I actually I did my Monkey in the morning, and then me and Satsu worked on our video, and then I went and hung out with Lady Monkey because she had the day off, and cuddled with Pumpkin. She actually laid there. I laid down on the couch, and she was laying there with me, and she just slept on me for like an hour and a half until she pooped, and then she went back to her mother.
I did see I saw Shoe on Head's infiltration mission.
Oh, I saw that.
And into the map world, and I don't think she came out unscathed.
I think she needs to be careful with this hole she's going down because I'm with her on it. Don't get me wrong. She did a video a week ago, maybe 2 weeks ago. I forget now. About how all the pedos were coming to Twitter, and Twitter kind of seems to be a safe space for pedos. And I say that because I've seen several people point out pedo accounts, and I'm not talking people you think are pedos. I mean people who list themselves as pedos. and the person who points it out ends up getting in trouble, while the pedo is allowed to just hang out there. But somebody made a video in response to Shu, one of these maps. For those of you who don't know what that gross fucking euphemism is, it is a minor attracted person. Yeah, it's a fucking pedophile is what it is. And they're what is it? Non-offending, non-touching. What's that other euphemism they use? The ones that claim I don't actually touch children. I just want to.
Non-participant or something like that.
Yeah. But yeah, one of them made a video back to her, and she was mentioning yesterday how she thought that was weird that one would. And I told her, and for some reason she removed that tweet. But I told her, I'm like, I'm surprised you haven't gotten more, because we saw Miss Misa get a shit ton of stuff for making a video about pedos, and Bear had 2 of his channels struck down by pedos after he made a video about them. These people are fucking relentless. And Jack seems to side with them most of the time. So Jack is okay with all things pedo except if they're actually proven criminal doings. Yeah. Look, I've said this before. I'm all for free speech, but once you start getting into criminal abuses of children, which pedophilia is, fuck you. Sorry, I didn't mean to break in there. I saw that she had that out, and today she do you have that pulled up, Satsu?
I do.
Can you read through a couple of
some of the comments?
Yeah, read through a couple of her tweets.
Do I have to? Okay.
Yes, you do.
All right. So she says, so I managed to sneak into a map DM group, and it's only slightly more disturbing as anyone else or as anything else they post publicly. Literally no support happening, just basically creepy fetish talk. And you want me to read some of this?
Just read like 1 or 2 of them, sure.
All right, let me see. Let's find it. It says, as far as my AOA, which is was that age of
attraction.
Yeah, age of attraction. My main range is 3 to 10, primary 4 to 7, girls only, cis and trans. There's so much wrong with that one sentence.
Oh my god.
No, you don't even have to read any more from that. That says it right there. That's what they're talking about. And yeah, AOA. But that's okay. It's got a nickname, right?
Yeah, that's why he
can run for president now.
He can run for president. It has a nickname.
Oh.
Age of attraction. That's the kind of shit these people they go on in there and they talk about how, once girls go through puberty, their faces change and they're just not attractive anymore.
Yeah, they're like, puberty just ruins them. And it's like,
people need to be thank you, Christian. Here's to my buddy Monkey. Make it count. Cheers. Thank you so much. Yeah, fuck the maps. And stop trying to make pedophilia cute. Stop it. Snowstorm, can I make them DOA? I can't comment on that. Any other fucketry we got going
on? Outside of that, I haven't really been seeing much else. I know I did see something else earlier that me and Squishy were talking about, but I don't remember what it was. So that's it for me for now.
Scribbles, you got any?
Nothing that you guys haven't already basically talked about now.
P-Dog, anything from your side?
Oh, there was a little Twitter thread today. Some article out of Deadspin that says conservative gays need to shut the fuck up.
What?
Conservative gays need to shut the fuck up.
You got the wrong politics. You're not allowed to talk anymore.
Yeah, well, and it came from this guy, what's his name? Chad Felix something. He writes for the Federalist. And he wrote an article about how he has more problems being a conservative than being gay, particularly in the gay community. And it had a headline that pissed a lot of people off. So this was the response to that article.
Once
Wrong
again,
politics. I love
monkey.
to talk. It's just I don't even know how to talk about these things anymore.
Well,
Yeah.
I do, because it's the same theme across the board.
Yeah.
And this is why, like I said, I can't trust these people because they don't really mean what they say. We want to protect all gays. We want to protect, we think all gays' voices matter. Elevate your gay friends. If they have an opinion, you need to listen to them. Oh, wait, they said this? No, fuck them, except for those gays. Yeah, we speak for all gays. We want to protect all gays, except these. Like, no, you either believe in the rights of all of them or none of them. Like, you can't pick, dude.
It's the problem with identity politics. It's the same thing as the black vote, as though all black people are going to vote the same. And when liberals, we can't have voter ID laws because it'll stop black people from voting. That black guy's a Republican. Fuck that black guy.
And I've yet to meet.
Fuck him.
I've yet to meet the black person that I know that doesn't have an ID. Sorry.
And I've yet to meet one that doesn't have an ID that isn't a criminal. I grew up in the hood. If you ain't got no identification, then there's a reason for it.
Oh man. Yeah, I don't have any fucketry today. I have an article. It is kind of fucketry. So we're gonna read this real fast because this is where we are. This was sent to us by J Kid. J Kid is Bloodwing's son, for those of you who don't know. And he's been away. He's been away for a while, but he's back on the internet, and we're glad to have him back. And he sent this story in to us. Drug addiction is not a joke. Hopcat plans to rename its popular crack fries.
I did see that.
Broad Ripple, Indiana. Hopcat is changing the name of its fries. The restaurant released a. I'm sorry, I've already read this, so I'm laughing. Let me compose myself. The restaurant released a statement on Tuesday saying it's planning to rename its award-winning crack fries to be more sensitive to those the drug has negatively affected.
Oh, Jesus.
You know, when you said crack fries, I had two different thoughts go through my mind.
Yeah, this was
as in smoking crack fries, or fries that come out of your crack.
Yeah, these are the smoking crack variety.
I'll have neither.
Well, this statement, okay. Today we are announcing plans to change the name of our crack fries. Rest assured, the recipe and ingredients are not changing, only the name. Our vision for creating an inclusive company that supports our communities, shows love for our team, and best serves our guests is not compatible with the continued use of the crack fries name.
Well, you know what else they're going to have to do then? They're going to have to come up with a different term to refer to a female who happens to be a hero.
Oh, heroin? Yeah.
We wouldn't want to offend anyone who's been negatively affected by that drug.
We chose the name more than 11 years ago as a reference to the addictive quality of the fries and their cracked pepper seasoning without consideration for those the drugs negatively affected.
You know what? I don't.
You were wrong.
For some reason, that sentence is weird to me. Like the drugs that people like it negatively affected, like crack just shows up at your house and it's just like, I'm gonna be a bad influence on you. It's like, no, you go and buy that shit and you do it. And that's how that shit works.
At the time, did they think crack was like a positive thing in people's lives?
Yeah, and it's just like, crack is gone. It's going downhill.
There's a thing at a pet store I saw one time. It was called kitty cocaine. It was catnip, but it was like a special blender. So it's kitty cocaine. It's like, oh no, we named something after a thing that actually exists, and it's meant in good fun, but we can't make fun of things that are bad anymore, I guess.
The crack epidemic and the lasting impact on those it affects is not funny and never was.
Really? It ain't been funny all these years? How long have they had these fries?
11 years.
Are you fucking serious?
These people never listen to Dave Chappelle.
It ain't never been funny.
I was about to say. It's like, sprinkle some crack on them.
Oh, yeah, and just make some
Yeah,
crack.
sprinkle some crack on it. It's okay. That was one of the funniest little bits.
As we grow as a
Monkey,
company,
you was flipping about this before, wasn't you?
this
About people who have been successful with one thing. Yeah. And then all of a sudden they're like, this thing was never a part of our core views, except for the past 11 years when nobody bitched about it.
Well,
now
that we're successful, this is horrible. I can't believe the behavior we used to engage in. As we grow as a company, we have come to realize that to make light of this drug and addiction contradicts our values of inclusion and community.
For 11 years.
We want to thank our guests, employees, and community members who have helped us come to this realization and apologize for the pain the name brought to others.
Oh,
what? Who?
You know what?
Can I find these people?
Who complained?
Is anybody else besides me tired of hearing the word inclusion?
Yes.
Oh, you're telling me.
Well, now we have to be inclusive of crack addicts.
Actually, no, I take it back. Inclusion and diversity are two of my favorite words because whenever I see somebody post a video describing it or whatever else, like Christopher Hitchens said about religious people, you never know what they're going to say next. I am continually surprised and amazed by the definitions and the rationale people come up with to make those two words somehow virtues, and then tell me how they're going to be operating on a racial or gender-based filtering system.
We've gotten to the point where we have to be inclusive of crack addicts.
Sure.
It just blows my mind.
Thank you, Christian. Speaking of crack, Rosie got busted at the Canadian border. They found 50 pounds of crack on her.
More like 50 inches of crack.
Yeah. Oh, God.
Dude. That's so funny, though. I'm telling you, man. Companies need to stop. This needs to be the response to anybody who puts in a complaint. Do you eat here, or do you frequent this? Have you bought our merchandise or anything like that? Because I guarantee anybody who was injured by that, first of all, I need to see the medical report. Because I need.
Uh-oh.
Secondly, that needs to be the first question to ask. Do you eat here? Have you ever eaten here before? No. What's up?
Was that him or me?
That was him. He went.
We lost you for a bit, Satsu.
And
did it happen again?
Satsu.
Thank you that time. I'm kidding. Everybody's breaking up for me.
Yeah, you're breaking up, dude.
Oh, you know what? Steam started downloading.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. Okay.
You know what I'd say? You can't submit a complaint unless you also submit a copy of your receipt.
Yeah.
Well, I'm picturing this family going to, what is this place called? Hopcat. They're going into Hopcat. They're excited to be going out to dinner.
Baby It's Cold Outside is playing.
There you go. Baby It's Cold Outside is playing on the speakers. They get up to the menu and they see crack fries, and one of them just starts breaking down, crying. It becomes a mess because, oh my God, crack fry.
Sitting on the floor like Chris Rock in New Jack City, shaking.
Yes. You don't know what I've been through, man. It's not funny. Oh, God. Every time I think we've hit rock bottom on this nonsense, it gets worse. We have to be inclusive of people that have been affected by crack because somebody made a tongue-in-cheek reference to crack for a fry that is covered in cracked pepper and talking about how many times have you heard somebody say that shit's like crack, man?
Monkey, you did just say rock bottom.
Oh, that is not good for the crack addicts, is it?
No.
As a matter of fact, we need to address the issue of cracked pepper.
Yeah.
Let's take it even further.
You know what happens when you snort that shit?
Very bad things.
Your sinuses bleed out.
Oh God. Yeah. Yeah, inclusive of crackheads. That's where we're at today.
Let's be inclusive.
I don't want to be inclusive anymore. What's wrong with exclusivity?
I don't know, but I'm looking forward to the inevitable flood of crackheads they're gonna have coming there. Like, oh, thank God we couldn't eat here this whole time because we were still triggered by these.
Hey, somebody give me a third word: diversity, inclusion, and
Those are the two big ones.
there's got to be a third word.
Intersectionality.
Yeah, intersectionality.
There we go. That's the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, right there.
Oh man, oh God. Tolerance, privilege is another good one.
Tolerance. That's it. Diversity, inclusion, and tolerance.
Johnny Hellcat, thank you so much. How did you know where to get those fries, son? From you, Dad. I learned by watching you. Oh, well played.
Dude, if I had the know-how, I would make like parody skits of all these situations, because like if you really think about it, like people who sympathize with these stories, I don't think they actually play out these scenarios in their head. Just like, how does this work? How does one become triggered from fries? You're just sitting there, you're like, wow, these are really addictive, huh? And they're like, oh my God. They just lose their shit.
I cannot imagine getting offended by. They could name them meth fries and I wouldn't care, as long as they weren't made with meth.
I'll suck your dick for a fry.
Dude, we need to call Coca-Cola.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, Coca-Cola. They got to change their name, man.
Yeah, anybody who calls it Coke greatly offends me.
Coke ain't a joke.
Coke ain't a joke. Hashtag Coke ain't a joke. Dude, we gonna get Coke in trouble.
Yeah. Well, how many? Take a guess, and we don't know. I can't answer. How many people do you think actually complained about this?
One, literally one, and I don't even think it was an actual person.
Oh man, I'll suck your fry for a dick, says Lindsay. Steak fries are offensive to vampires. It's okay for people to be offended. When did it stop being okay for people to be offended?
1993.
It's an industry to be offended, though. It's the biggest fad right now. If you're not being offended, or if you're not being oppressed, you're not a real human being, and you got to blame white people for something.
Christian, thank you so much. Can we say creamsicles? I don't know if we're allowed to. Write them and complain. And Cassie, thank you.
That's offensive to the communist.
Cassie, thank you. Son, Dad, tell me a joke. Dad says, pussy. Son, I don't get it. Dad says, I know you don't. Poor kid. That's offensive to virgins.
And he's like, meanwhile, I'm fucking my teacher.
Yeah. I turned 15. She thinks I'm hot.
And all you got is mom, Dad.
Oh, wow. Man. I don't even.
Where did we go from here?
I don't even know what to do with this world anymore. Cracked fries are offensive. You know, at least with a baby, it's cold outside. I can get it with today's climate. With what they've determined to be sexual assault. Yeah, even asking a woman for sex is assault if it's an unwanted sexual advance. How do you know it's unwanted if you don't try? That's what I want to know.
I don't know. But what I do know is I would have had a lot more respect for these people if they would have came forward and just said, we've been calling these things cracked fries for a while, and we just realized that it's kind of ridiculous. So we're going to change it up. But they did this holier than thou. Like, we've had this for 11 years and just now realized that it is the worst thing you could possibly do. And anybody who likes it is disgusting. We're disgusting for even entertaining the thought. We're so sorry. And it's just like, come on, dude. Really?
That's the part that gets me. And it's what I've talked about with what you brought up before, with these people who get successful with something. And then once they're successful, to maintain their success, they get a little bit of pushback from some fucking overly sensitive piece of shit, and suddenly everything they did in the past was wrong.
Yeah,
It's not like, look, guys, we made a joke and it really wasn't that funny. We'll change the name because it doesn't matter. No, we were so bad. This is not funny, and we realized that it was never funny.
Give it because this is a fast food chain, and usually the ones that are pretty small and designated to an area, like they're like famous for this specific spot or whatever. They usually have a very dedicated fan base of people. If enough people get annoyed by this type of shit, the hit that they're going to take from not offending people is going to be much worse than whatever the fuck they were dealing with, the people who were offended by it. So it'll be back. I give it about 3 months. They're going to be like, yeah, we brought it back because we're losing money.
Do you think if they changed it to pepper cracked fries, they'd still have people complain?
If they gave the same reasoning they did now, yeah.
Or cracked pepper fries.
It is cracked pepper fries.
Thank you, Johnny Hellcat. That's the worst way to treat a crackhead. Let's throw back to the worst way to treat a child thing, because I've been ranting about that in the morning.
What if it was like slightly distressed fries?
What if it was just cocaine fries? Because cocaine wasn't as bad as crack, right?
Or what's the what's that stuff that's a legal drug? It's spice or whatever. There's spice. It's like a fake marijuana or something.
Oh, I don't know. I don't do the illegal drugs.
Okay. Well, I don't either. But this shows how much I know. You know.
Oxy fries.
Oh, fentanyl fries. Fentanyl fries. Fentanyl fries. Perfect.
Oh God.
They'll knock you out.
Percocet fries.
Percocet fries.
Oh God. Inside the rise of the Philadelphia mascot on the internet. Gritty is not getting popular. Very few people use him because they're weird lefty. Oh God. Yeah, you guys know who Gritty is? He's that fuzzy grimace looking thing who's the Philadelphia Flyers. It's the Flyers, right? Mascot. Yeah, Philadelphia Flyers mascot.
The lefties tried to meme with.
Yeah, he's how the right used to use Pepe. They're using him now, and the memes are so bad.
So successful. I never heard about it before.
Exactly. Yeah. Thank you, Snowstorm. Bath salt fries. And Diesel Dave says that's racist, monkey. What? I haven't been racist tonight. Damn honkies.
Yet. Yeah.
Usually when I'm racist, it's against whiteys. So fuck whitey. Speaking of fuck whitey, you know what I found today? I cleaned out my movie closet. I found Undercover Brother. I haven't seen that in like 2 years. I'm gonna have to pop it in.
You know what movie would be really interesting to watch now, all things considered? Do you remember White Man's Burden? The John Travolta Harry Belafonte movie.
Yes,
very few people ever really saw it. I saw it once a long time ago, and I barely remember most of it except for like parts of the trailer. I wonder what that movie would look and sound like in relation to today if people watched it now. I'm curious.
Inedible Child, thank you so much. What kind of bees make milk? Boobies. Yeah. And Christian, thank you. What's the best part of BJ? 15 minutes.
All right.
Okay.
Huh?
And with that, guys, we're going to move on to chat time. I was about to say it, and then my fucking brain just went, 15 minutes of silence. There you go.
Oh.
For the best part of a BJ. Yeah, if a woman's talking and you don't want her to, see if she'll blow you. She'll be quiet for a while. All you hear is slurping.
Well, I'm about to say, if you consider fucking aggressive slurping silence, then sure.
Aggressive slurping. I guess we're learning some stuff about Squishy tonight, guys.
I was just saying,
Shut up.
You said it.
Aggressive slurping.
Aggressive slurp. That sounds like a band name.
Aggressive slurping. Anyway, guys, chat time. Questions, comments, concerns, throw them into the chat now. We'll do our best to answer them or address the comments. We have a guest here. It's Lawyer Dog. Ask your legal questions. By the way, he's not actually an attorney, so don't take any legal advice from us.
I'm not a lawyer. I'm not a dog, but I am Lawyer Dog.
Lawyer Dog.
That's what 7-Eleven should start putting out there. Aggressive Slurpees. Then they can turn around and apologize like a week later.
Yeah.
Let me bring my chat back up. Sorry. Snub says, Monkey, you know the servers are up right now, right? Yeah, I didn't expect anybody to go in them, so I will stop them and reset the server. So
yeah, get out of there, you naughty fucks.
There you go. It's down, and we'll reset the server. So anyway, what else do we have here? I gotta move this over here so I can do that while I'm doing this. What kind of music would aggressive slurping play? Sounds like speed metal to me. You know, folk songs.
It'd be nothing but System of a Down.
Folk songs, more like fuck songs.
Ha ha ha! Shut up.
Oh. There
There
should be a band that does nothing but that kind of music. Just like that's it. That's all they do. They just do like bow chicka wow wow music, but do different variants of it. But like gothic bow chicka wow wow music for like goth kids, and then like sports fan bow chicka wow wow music. I don't even know what that would sound like, but just like do different genres of porn music.
Thank you, Inedible Trout. What did one of the prostitutes' knees say to the other? How come we spend so little time together?
Oh, that's cute.
That's the joke your kids can tell.
Yay, to the teacher.
Thank you, Cassie. As an expert on sounds of what Rudiger P. Dubstein?
What?
Dubbenstein. I can definitely say P-Dog sounds nothing like him. Oh, Polydub.
Oh,
that's
He says that's his name.
Rudiger.
I forgot.
Rudiger.
Who the fuck is this Poly dude? I'm so confused.
Polydub, the comic book guy, right?
There's a joke you're missing there, P-Dog. For like 3 streams in a row, Polly was on with Satsu, and every time he's like, I've never got to stream with Satsu before. This is cool.
Oh.
It's like you just did.
That's what I thought.
Now
okay.
we're keeping this gag going of amnesia every time we meet each other. We're just like, dude, it's finally good to stream with you for the first time.
Christian says aggressive Slurpees should be played to Stairway to Heaven. Fritz asked, was I able to get the experimental patch downloaded today? No, actually, I got it done last night as it came out. I just happened to check and it was ready, so I got it last night. So yeah, guys, if you want to play with us tonight, you have to have the experimental version of 7 Days to Die installed.
Installed.
So Ebony Williams asked me, wings or ribs?
Ah.
Well, I can't choose because I do both, but I'm gonna have to say ribs. But wings have to have bones in them. Me and Pat talked about that. You gotta have no boneless wings. That's stupid.
You're wrong on that. But do you prefer pork or beef ribs?
Oh, pork ribs.
Definitely. There you go.
Pork spare ribs, St. Louis cut style.
Yeah, pork ribs.
If a person takes money not to talk, like Stormy or that crazy from Charms, and they do talk, do they have to give that money back? They can be sued for it. They're supposed to give that money back. That's the terms of the agreement. And if they don't, they can be sued. There was talk of suing Stormy Daniels before this all blew up and Cohen got busted for other things.
Hey, just speaking of that, if it's a crime or whatever, a felony for him to pay off Stormy Daniels, the hook or whatever, with his own money, what about all those Congress people that have been paying people off with congressional funds?
Let me get back to that in 1 second. Over on Streamlabs, thank you, ASDF. I bet the people that complained about the crack fries aren't even people in that offended group. No, probably not. It was probably, like all things, somebody being offended for other people. And thank you, Cryptic. Luke had dinner with Obi-Wan. Luke was told to use the fork.
Use the fork, Luke. Luke, use the fork.
Technically, there was nothing wrong with Cohen just paying off Stormy Daniels. It's the way it happened. The crime
it happened because
when
the
it happened,
campaign
yes.
going on. Yeah, that's the most important thing. If Donald Trump hadn't been running for president, nobody would give a shit.
Right.
Because he was running for president, it counts as a campaign contribution for him, and without
How?
Because it helped his campaign
How?
by keeping these women quiet.
How?
Because
Seriously,
the money.
it's not a campaign contribution. That's just it.
It is. That's why
no campaign fund. No campaigns fund were used. She wasn't running for anything. Now, if someone had given him money for his campaign to keep something quiet, then it would be a campaign contribution. But there were. It's not like they were going to go out and advertise her relationship.
Oh, but they would, man.
Because
this was a thing all through the 90s, man, and actually going back to the 80s at least. Some guy would run for president, and every woman who's ever fucked him would stand up and go, "I fucked this guy."
Well, I know John Edwards went through it, but
But
Gary Hart.
Or Gary Hart, I mean. Well, the Edwards too.
John Edwards too, but that happened after.
Christian, thank you so much. Sorry for the bad deliveries. I can't be me. I'm sorry. Why can't you be you? But no, the idea, dog, is not necessarily that it was a contribution to the campaign directly, but that it helped the campaign through money, and that is definitely a no-no if it's not reported. So the paying her off wasn't the crime. It was when it was done and that it wasn't reported. Actually, that it wasn't reported was the big part there.
Right. Well, it's again, if it's not done with campaign funds, they don't have to report it. That's what I'm saying. Nobody's campaign funds were used. Well, now let's say they use campaign funds and then he reimbursed his campaign. Then that would be a campaign finance violation because you're using campaign funds for that. But this was a personal transaction. It had nothing to do with his campaign other than he didn't want the information to get out.
But that's how it helps his campaign. And I get what you're saying. It was not a monetary donation to the campaign, but it was something that was done to help the campaign.
Yeah, that's the question. That's the question from a legal standpoint, and that's why there's going to be an argument. I don't think any judge is ever going to. I think that aspect's been overplayed.
I think it has been when it comes to Trump. What legal trouble this might get him in. I think he was smart to separate himself from this the way he did. From the sounds of it, he was like he had just a deal with Cohen to take care of shit. Because even what we read about the Inquirer guys was they had a deal with Cohen. They didn't have a deal with Trump.
Right.
Thank you, Christian Delhomme. GPay won't let me be dirty. Oh yeah. Several people have found ways around that. We had a question earlier. Lindsay asked, "How do we like our steak?" I like mine medium.
I'm a mid-rare guy, medium rare.
Yeah, medium rare, unless I go to a place that I know can do it properly, medium.
Yeah, because medium rare always ends up being medium.
See, I have the opposite problem. I order it medium rare and they bring it to me rare. And it's like, no, I need it just a little darker. I don't mind the red and the chewy, but it can't be uncooked. I need some of the searing on the outside. I need that.
Right.
Fries or tater tots? I prefer fries.
It depends on the fries. Because not all fries are created equal.
That is true.
And it's hard to mess up tots.
Yeah, they're fucking tots. No matter what shape you cut them, they end up in.
Look, we can call them tots. We all know they're hash browns. I don't care what you say.
They're baby hash browns.
They are. Those are hash browns.
They're hash brown droppings.
You guys are quiet tonight. We need good questions because we want to be entertaining.
You just shit on everybody who asked questions tonight.
No, I said they're quiet. We need good questions. We need more.
Yeah, we can't be entertaining all by ourselves, obviously.
No.
Says Monkey.
Who put the ram in Ramalama Ding Dong? Your mama.
Here's one from earlier. Have any of you seen the 12 Days of Die Hard?
I have not.
What is that? I've heard of it. Yeah.
What is it?
No, it's a question from Angry Illinois. How do you say that? Illinoisan? Illinois.
I think you just watch. Yeah, Illinoisan. Isn't it just like the 12 days before Christmas? You have to watch one Die Hard movie every day leading up to Christmas.
Oh,
no, I'm thinking it was a parody Christmas song.
Oh, okay. I thought it was.
That'd be my guess.
I know some people like make that a tradition, like they watch a Die Hard movie a day, or the 6 days of Die Hard where they watch one in a row until they get to Christmas or something. I don't know.
Toasted Ass is Grand Monkey jealous of Pumpkin? No. She loves her. And I go out of my way to make sure that they're both included as much as I can.
Monkeys for inclusion.
If you guys were are forced to masturbate in public, what place would you choose and why?
My penis. To do it? Oh, well.
I would do it at a feminist forum right up on the stage. Just to be a dick.
Well, that is the point.
Cryptic.
Yeah, I'm not feeling that question.
Started a band called 999, still no gig.
At an erectile dysfunction convention.
There you go.
You can do it, guys. I believe in you.
Ram says, why do you think we have good questions? Because you always do. You always do.
Anywhere but the kiddie pool. There you go.
Yeah.
Angry Illinoisan says, watch it on YouTube. Are you talking about the 12 Days of Die Hard? I honestly don't know what that is. No, I haven't seen it.
Okay, now I gotta find it.
Do you guys like to watch satisfaction videos? Which one surprised you that you like to watch the most?
Satisfaction videos.
Oh, those videos where they're doing shit like peeling the plastic off of phones and then they'll show an image of like just like really satisfactory thing, like some chef cutting up a piece of fruit like perfectly, like perfect lines or something.
Somebody sent me one of those one time. It said satisfaction video or something like that. I remember now. And it was a doctor's office removal of earwax. Like they had little tiny cameras. They went in there with a little vacuum or something and sucked earwax out of somebody's ear that had been all impacted. And that was supposed to be a satisfaction video. And I was like, I don't get this fetish. I'm going away now.
Never seen one.
I do like them.
I'm thinking you were watching the wrong video.
This is what they sent me. This is so satisfying to watch. I was like, I don't know what.
Well, Squishy likes watching compilation videos of people popping pimples and shit. She thinks
Dr. Pimple Popper. Yeah, she's got a whole career based on that shit.
That's disgusting.
I know.
Mel asked if Fight Club was a good movie. No, it wasn't.
Uh-oh.
What?
Nothing.
It's just a simple answer. Who's blowing up my phone? Hang on a second.
Monkey, get your hose in check. Tell him we streaming.
It's my son, the one that had surgery. We were talking earlier today.
How's he doing?
He's doing well, doing very well. He said it's getting better every day. Right now, he's just trying to get through his exams.
Gotcha.
He was apologizing to me for not texting me back about 6 hours ago and telling me he loves me because that's my boy. We see the new Dick Cheney movie. I don't really plan to.
Oh, Vice. I heard Christian Bale again, like transformed his body for the role like he did for the Machinist or Batman. But yeah, I lived through the Dick Cheney administration. I don't know if I want to watch a movie about it.
It's like so many of these movies, we don't have the access, no matter how much they think they do, of what actually went on. This is somebody's guess of what went on based on tellings of it. And one of two things are going to happen. They're either going to make Cheney look better than he was or worse than he was. They're not going to nail how it actually was. And I have no real interest in that.
Well, the preview I saw almost made it look like this is a dark comedy. And I'm like, we were at war. 9/11. I mean, not that I'm offended or anything, but it's like, I don't know how you make that humorous. I guess maybe I'm just stuck up that way.
Let's see. What are your most anticipated games of 2019? The only one I know is coming out that I'm really excited about is the new Far Cry game.
Resident Evil 2. Resident Evil 2.
I have no idea.
And Kingdom Hearts.
I would say the final game of the Final Four in Minneapolis. Oh wait,
Oh, that ain't what they mean.
yeah, I know, but I live in Minneapolis, so we may just go check that out.
Satsu, what's the parkour zombie game? Dying Light. Dying Light 2, if it comes out, would be awesome as well.
Mm-hmm.
1 Ton Hammer. Talking about that Ben Shapiro thing, aren't you? Who's more oppressed in 2018, LGBT or conservatives?
What happened? I'm sorry.
Who's more what?
Who's more oppressed in 2018, LGBT or conservatives?
Oh, that's straight from that article.
Well, Deadspin says it's both.
I don't know. I mean, LGBT people at this current moment are the highest held, highest regarded, most immune to literally any type of criticism out there. So I don't know if we can really call them oppressed.
There is an argument to be made that that LGBT are less oppressed than conservatives. Does that mean conservatives are oppressed? I don't think so.
Yeah, I mean, I would say that neither are oppressed. And, you know, the article that came out, that was what I was talking about earlier. The article that came out was a gay man who's a conservative talking about how he gets so much more shit for being a conservative than he does for being gay. And I can relate to that. You know, I'm fairly conservative and most of my friends are liberal, and I'm, you know, being black, they're like, how can you, you know, if I defend Trump, and I'm not even a big fan of Trump, but you know, when I defend Trump, yeah, how can you defend Trump? How can a self-respecting black man defend Trump? Blah, 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 blah. Shut the fuck up.
A Toasted Network asked me if Lady Monkey gives me shit for streaming too much. No. She enjoys that I'm having fun. Holy shit. My screen just jumped and I noticed there are a ton of super chats down here at the bottom. God, how many did I miss?
They just came up.
Thank you, Cryptic. Elon Musk in a scandal would be elongated. God damn you. Oh, thank you, Christian Delome. Have you seen Lavelle Crawford? Trump is a...
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Trump is an N-word. I haven't seen that, no.
It's pretty funny.
Again, Christian Crawford is a black stand-up. Toasted, thank you. My roommates and me making band 2 white and a black. My roommates and me making band 2 white and a black. Okay. And Connor says,
and a partridge in a pear tree.
My 21st birthday is in 6 days. What should I do? Well, Connor,
come back in 6 days and these guys will sing to you.
Exactly. That's an awesome 21st. You can tell people that for your 21st birthday, some people sang happy birthday to you really well. You should go out and you should have fun, but you should have safe fun. And I know that's you shouldn't have be safe. No, be safe and yeah, have some fun.
Pop some bottles and call an Uber.
Yes.
Pop some bottles, get yourself a ass wreath.
Bring you some consent forms and have a good time, dude.
Woohoo. Bring a film crew. Jean-Pierre asked, who is the guest? This is P-Dog Knight, who's usually in chat with you guys, and he's been joining us on the Monkey in the Morning stream, and I thought, you know what? We should expose him to you guys for that sexy voice he has.
Yeah, I'm exposed now.
And he just... You also just dox yourself, telling everybody you're a black man.
That's all right. They'll see me if they go to the my channel, I'll put it in the chat. If they go to my new channel, they'll see me anyway. So whatever.
And if you don't see him, just every black man you walk up to go, are you Lawyer Dog?
Are you Lawyer Dog?
Are you Lawyer Dog? And
no.
When they look at you weird, run.
I'm Lawyer Dog.
Fat Platty says Polly is live now. Now? Polly's show is supposed to start at 10.
Maybe he's doing like a post.
No.
10 in what time zone, Mucky?
10 p.m. Eastern time. Polly is notorious for starting late.
Mucky, 10 in what time zone?
Eastern.
10 in what time zone?
What am I saying wrong?
He's always late. Say Central.
No, because I like Polly being wrong.
Oh, okay.
Polly's always wrong. That's our thing. Have you seen Alyssa Milano's video about Betsy DeVos? I watched part of it. That's where she's reading the Dr. Seuss-esque book about how Betsy DeVos is letting rape run wild.
Yeah, fucking stupid bitch.
Inedible Trout, thank you so much. I am having a bit of legal trouble. Can I get a lawyer dog? No, because there are no lawyer dogs, and they'll deprive you of your whatever right that is to have a lawyer. That is still one of my favorite stories we've ever read. Can I get a lawyer dog? No. Thank you, Cryptic. Damn Chinese lo mein noodles. They're impastas. Cryptic, I love you. Let's see what else we have going on here in the chat. Oh,
Queen of the Pun.
Being so generous tonight. Thank you so much. Christian, thank you so much. An unrelated joke. Why do women prefer sleeping with truck drivers instead of cops, lawyers, or YouTubers? We always back up before unloading. Well, some of them.
Was that a pull-out joke?
That was a pull-out joke.
That was a pull-out joke, wasn't it?
His pull-out game's strong. Ranting Monkey, why were people spamming you today? Oh, we had the morning stream got infiltrated by a little raid, and they learned quickly that my mods don't have wrenches just for the hell of it. It actually became a game. Who could fuckers down the fastest?
We were swatting motherfuckers like anti-air missiles.
It was beautiful. Well, yeah. What's going on up here? Sorry, guys. This is jumping all over. Why didn't anyone answer my Scribbles question? I didn't see it, Jenna.
Ask again.
Yeah, sorry. I know we say we're paying attention. We're doing our best to pay attention to everything.
You know what's a good idea? Rule of thumb for future references. If you are going to put a question that says, why didn't we answer the question? Put that behind the why didn't we answer the question.
Yeah, just repeat the question.
That way we can see it and not have to go look for it.
Jump here wants to know what you're doing. You and Squishy are doing for Christmas, Satsu.
Each other, most likely. But
coat them walls.
Other than that, I'm not really sure exactly what the plans are, but that'll probably be a part of it.
P-Dog, do you have a traditional kind of Christmas at your house?
Well, usually because of my extended family being all over the place, we do chili on Christmas Eve, chili and hors d'oeuvres, and just have some friends over. And we used to do Christmas Eve out here and then drive 6 hours to Omaha on Christmas Day, but we stopped doing that. So just
a long ass drive.
So anyway, just nope. We do. I do a big pot of chili on Christmas Eve, and Christmas Day is just a mellow day.
Yeah, I've talked about this before. We do tacos on Christmas because it's what the kids wanted to do, and it's just stayed our tradition. Thank you, Christian. Gents, pull out, save on minivans. That's a you have kids joke. I like minivans though. Minivans are awesome. Stargazers put the links in there so that you guys can join in the chat or actually join in the open server to play 7 Days to Die with us, which we'll be doing over on 2 Cents Plus right after this show. Scribbles, are you a secret House of Rep member as well as a secret accountant? There are a bunch of us in chat that believe this.
I'm a secret House of Representatives member?
Yeah, as well as a secret accountant.
Well, I did do some kinds of accounting in a previous job, but I am not a CPA. And I have never held a public office. So
there you go.
You're not correct in that sense.
Scribe is a secret Asian man.
Well, not much of a secret because apparently I'm half Asian.
Satsu, are you getting Trials of Cold Steel? Trials. I don't know what that says.
Trails of Cold Steel, yeah.
Yeah.
Which one? I got the first one on PC. I got the second one on Vita. And is there a third one coming out? Because if there is, I don't know about it. But I still need to beat the first and second one.
Frosted Glass asked one of these uncomfortable questions. If you guys were stranded on a desert island, who would resort to cannibalism first, and who would you eat? Now, this is always uncomfortable for me because we all know that in these situations, I die first.
Yeah.
So it's going to be one of these three that'll resort to cannibalism first, and they'll be eating me. Which of you guys would want to eat me?
I think I would try hunting first.
Yeah, I think that'd be my last option. I would probably bury you rather than eat you. I don't know that I'd become so desperate that I would go cannibal.
Thank you, Christian. He says Scribe sounds Canadian. Really? I don't think so.
I do. I thought I sounded Muppet.
You never get that
Well, I could sound like a hosiery.
See, now that sounds Canadian.
Hey, hi SDA. I could do that from this end.
Oh, there you go. Jean-Pierre asks, Satsu, will you see the Deadpool Christmas movie? I think he asked Scribe if you'd see it also.
I'll probably watch it. I might not pay to go see it.
I'm not. I didn't see it. I didn't see the R-rated version because, like so many of the comic book movies these days, especially sequels, unless the first one really wowed me, or I don't see something in the trailer that tells me this is going to be a new take on it, I just assume it's going to be more of the same, which is fine. But I didn't spend any money on it, so probably not. Even with Fred Savage, I do like the little bits they've been putting out with Fred Savage talking to Deadpool about stuff. That stuff's hilarious, but I don't know if that makes it worthwhile to go see a whole movie for it.
Mel says, got to go study for finals. I don't know if I'll be back before you guys finish. I love what you do. I work tomorrow, so I'm going to miss the show tomorrow. We love you for coming and watching, and good luck studying and on your finals.
Yeah. Indeed.
Study hard.
Ryan Rawlings says, Monkey, did you show that disturbing commercial screenshot during the stream? I don't usually show screenshots during this stream. I do that on the morning show. Just because this one's a little cleaner most of the time. Let's see. We got 3 minutes. Wow, this is going fast.
It's the final countdown.
I got banned on a server for Fortnite for too much trolling. How do I get them to accept me back on? Good luck. Most of the time that happens, you're just out.
Oh, yeah.
Be careful with that stuff, man. If you enjoy playing, don't.
Set up a new account with a different name.
That don't always work, but it could.
Use someone else's Wi-Fi when you do it.
Regarding Alyssa reading that book in the video, Monk says, did Alyssa show tits while reading? If not interested. If you'd like to see her boobs, go to my Discord. Somebody posted
Kiss of the Vampire.
Yeah, she has very weird nipples. Inedible Trout, thank you. Scribe, you weren't wowed by Deadpool 1?
No, I was wowed by Deadpool 1, but I liked it. It was really fun, but nothing in the trailer really made me feel like I was going to see anything all that different. And honestly, the clips that I've seen pushed at me on YouTube, like, here's some scenes from Deadpool 2. I've basically seen the whole movie at this point. So.
Were they vampire nipples, Monkey? No, she got these things. They kind of look like the bottom of a plunger. If you took the stick out and it was just that little red rubbery part.
Oh, she has puffies.
Yeah, she got little puffy nipples, and the whole areola is that way.
Right.
What's wrong with your boobies, honey? That's why she's the way she is. She's mad at the world for her puffy plunger nipples. Link, it's in my Discord, man. Link is down below. We got 1 minute left, guys. 1 minute. What are you doing for New Year's, P-Dog?
I don't even know yet. Me and my wife should probably figure that out.
I'm sitting at home most of the night alone, eating spray cheese and crackers.
What date does New Year's fall on now?
It's on the 31st.
Well, no, I know for that. No, what day of the week, jerk?
Let's see. It's on a Monday.
Okay.
Yeah.
I usually make a big pot of collard greens on New Year's.
Really?
You
Yeah.
should check out my recipe.
Dude, I don't need no recipe.
We about to have a black off, y'all.
Oh Lord, here we
I'm
go.
just saying, check it out.
Hey, no, I will. Oh, you know what? I have seen that. You put that online, didn't you?
It's up. It's
on YouTube, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah. In fact, we'll talk later.
Anyway, guys, with that, that brings us to the end of the show. I'd like to thank everybody for being so generous tonight. Christian, thank you. Pimp your guest site. P-Dog, you got your links handy?
Here's my new channel.
While he's throwing the links in the chat there for you guys, I will do my best to get them into the description because I forgot to do that. Because I always forget to ask guests until it's like really late. And then by that time, I already have the description and shit up. So that's entirely on me.
Here's my tweeter. Oh, no, that's my YouTube channel. What the hell?
That's your YouTube channel. Chat, thank you so much for being so generous. I cannot tell you how much I appreciate the super chats. And thank you guys just for showing up, for sharing our stuff, for liking and for following us every night as we come here and talk at you. I'd like to thank my co-hosts Satsu and Scribe for coming and filling me with joy in this holiday season as they always do.
I didn't fill you with anything. Don't make those kind of rumors.
Let it happen, Scribe.
Uh...
And special thanks to P-Dog Night. Dude, thank you so much for joining us. It's always a pleasure talking to you.
I feel loved.
Everybody, we will see you next time. Your lives make us sad. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Fuck off.
Bye.
Zombies.
There's no secret word. I'm just making Satsu wait.
You're a fucking dick.
Bye, guys.